Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Misadventures with Mixed Media. Oh my goodness. It's not even that early, but my brain's not quite awake yet. Alright, so since the last video, I have put the signatures in here. And I also sewed the signatures in this little journal. So I'll just do a quick little flip through of this. This is one, this is 3 signatures. And it is mostly painty papers and gel prints with a couple coffee dyed pages mixed in with some envelopes. Also, just randomness really, but just a lot of really little fun pages to play with. It's a lot of greens and blues. So yeah, book page. A lot of older pieces that I've had sitting around in my stash for a long time. And then there's so it does open nicely because it's a flexible spine. And so even though it's spread out fairly much, when you open it, it opens nice and flat to work on, which is nice. I mean, once you get to the end and when you're at the very beginning, might not be quite as flat, but you know, the middle is actually this works kind of nice for a spine because it's soft. So you know so it has room to grow too. As it gets stuff on the pages, it will, you know, act more like this. But until then, it lays nicely. So that is finished because that will be like a little mini art journal or something that somebody can purchase and play with. So I'm not. This is a naked journal. And then this one I did a little short on. So I had the innards that my friend Heather, I think Heather had sent me these innards. And I just glued it to the cover. And it was like the perfect size. So now we have a finished journal here too. So 2 finished completely because they're naked journals. I'm not doing anything else with them. They're gonna stay naked. This one I will do some. I'm gonna do a little decorating in this one. I think. Oh, this was on my desk. I don't know where it came from. It's just a little painty paper, but won't it make a nice tag to go over a page? And kind of go with this journal nicely. So that I might even just leave it as is, and then somebody can decorate it. I do like to leave some pieces in a journal that the person who gets it can decorate, because that's part of the fun, right? Is decorating. So I don't want to take all the fun. Have some fun bases that people can work with. And so I'll do a quick flip through of this since it wasn't together yet. So this is a big pocket here. And I did link where I got the plaid pages from. I think it was it the Wild Poppy? I don't remember. But in the last video, I linked it in the description box. And that's a flip out. And this is just a really cute book with all the baby animals and stuff. And I'll decide later on, or I might just leave it for the person who gets to decide if they want to extend the pages or leave them short. And we've got some flip outs. You could also do flip ups and whatnot. But see the green grass? I really like that green plaid right across from those little chicks. Super cute. Now, this was just cardstock I wanted to use up. And now that it's in here with the other pages, I'm like, I don't know if that was a good idea. So I might cover that some. We'll see. The pink is not quite as... Well, I've already covered a lot of the pink too. So, and then the white parts, you know, you just do a little stenciling, stamping. You could even do... See, I kind of like, see how that is kind of fun there. Or you can just collage on them. And so yeah, that's how this book turned out. It would not have been as interesting if I had made it a few years ago when all I had was scrapbook paper. But now I have, you know, the fun digitals, and I think that makes it more interesting. So I'm going to take... Oh, I'm going to make a fabric flip. Oh, no, that's right. Oh, man, I can't remember what I'm trying to do. I want to... Let me find the middle here. So I can just kind of lay this flat. I just want to put this green. I mean, it's cute with that, but I really also want some of this green fabric in here because I just love it. It's why is it so not straight? All right, hold on. Did I just rip that off of there? Maybe this piece will be a little straighter. I hope. Yes, that's better. And so I want the denim to show, and I want the green, and I think they want the green to poke up just a little bit. And just gonna glue that on here. It's gonna be a little bit taller than the, it feels really dark in here. It's really sunny outside, and sometimes that makes it feel darker in here. I don't know why. So I'm just doing Fabri-Tac. I'm doing Fabri-Tac. And I've got my little makeup thing so I can spread it out so that hopefully I won't. And this will hide the strings from, okay, this denim just wants to absorb the glue, just FYI. If I wasn't worried, or if I had been thinking ahead, or I wasn't worried about covering the strings, it might have been fun, whoops, to do this, sew this, and then glue it on, because having some stitching around here would have been really pretty. So that's an idea for y'all if that's a look you like and you want to try that. You could put a little bit of rickrack or lace in between there, but I just like the denim. Oh man, that's a mess. Everything's a mess. Glue just makes a mess. That's all there is to it. And I didn't clean that off, so then I've got like thicker. I don't know. It's a mess. It's just a mess. I'll pause while I get the glue off my fingers. So I'm gonna let this dry before I close it, because otherwise it'll give me weird wrinkly bits. So I'm gonna set that down there, and we have this denim piece, and we have this piece, and we also have this little denim piece if I wanted to do it a little bit different. And then I had cut off this piece. So I'll just leave this open. So width and whatnot for like a belly band. I kind of think this might be kind of neat because I have wider pages. So I'm just like, what if it won't go on this page. I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I might want to do a little fabric flip. Do I want any other fabric in there? And do I even need, I might cut that off. It's almost be like actually I could even make it out of a pocket. Oh, actually I like that idea better. I don't know why, but I do. Let me find a piece of cardstock. Alright, so I'm going to just glue this on to some cardstock. I'm just going to use, that's gone. That glue is gone. That's not helpful. Just going to use some glue stick. And I might make a couple of fabric pockets and fabric tags, because I think that would be cute. And then I'm going to want to sew them as well, because I think they'll be super cute sewn. So I'm just taking cardstock, using some glue stick so it sticks on there where I want it. And I'll do like that, coming down like... Even that, I'm just using glue stick just to hold it down. Did I just do, yes. Good thing I hadn't pressed it down yet. And the denim. Because I'm going to sew around it. I'm going to sew all the way around. Might even sew around that little piece there. And we'll have a cute little pocket. So let's do a couple of those. I could have cut the card first, but you know, I didn't. It's fine. It's all good in the neighborhood. So that will make a cute pocket. And we could just do just a little. Oh, that's right. I saw. Oh, my friend was showing me some ATC she got, and somebody had like used denim and drawn on the denim with Posca pens, I think, and it looked really cool. So I think this is what I'm going to try to remember to do with this little pocket. And do we want to go ahead and do a little strip of this on top of that? Why not? So I'll sew around these in a bit, and then it could go either, it could go like this, it could go anyway. That'd be really cute. Okay, another one. Let's just go ahead and, could even just do like a masterboard of fabric, couldn't we? Like a master collage board. Totes could. Totally could. I got quiet there for a second, didn't I? That could be like a big kind of tuck spot, couldn't it? Maybe. Is it too big? Well, sure, maybe. We'll just, no, we can do tags. We'll just cut it. Alright, so once those dry, I will sew them, and that will be good. I don't usually do a fabric flip, and now I just used all my denim. So instead of a fabric flip, that is how I'm incorporating the fabric into the journal, is by doing the tags. I think I'll do, did I just use up all my, no, I got one more piece. I'm like, surely there's a little more cardstock here. There definitely is. This one's going to come off the card a little bit, I think. So a lot of times I'll glue it on and then I'll take off the excess, because if I try to cut it to the right size, you know what happens? Inevitably, I end up cutting it just too small, and then that annoys me more. So it's just easier for me to just glue it on and then cut off the excess. In my brain, that hangs off a little bit, and that's okay. If I want it straight, I can make it straight, but I don't mind. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So now we've got some fabric tags, pockets, whatever we want to do to bring in some of what's on the cover into the journal. And let's just go ahead and take this, and also I could like make some, I was thinking about making some ruffles too. Yep, let's do that. I'm gonna, how tall, it's gonna get, not half the size, but that might be tall enough. Alright, so I'm gonna cut 2 pieces of this about 1 inch wide, and so when I have my sewing machine out, I'll make a couple ruffles with that. And I will do that with the green as well. That's like just the right height, isn't it? I'm okay if it's a little bit on the short side. Now we'll just do it this way. I kind of want to hoard this one now. I just really like it. This is one of the pieces that probably came from my gram. Because she's a quilter, so she's got little bits like this. Let's see, are there any other fabrics in here that we might want to use to make a ruffle? I think maybe this blue. You know me, I like some blue. We have brown in there too, don't we? Do I want to use that batik? There was a little yellow, but I don't have the right yellow. Oh, actually, that's kind of a neutral there, so maybe that one. Alright, so we'll make some ruffles. Ruffles are really cute in a, This one's going to be shorter ruffles, I think, because I don't want to cut the long way. So take off that end piece. So you can do longer ruffles, shorter ruffles, wider ruffles, narrow ruffles, whatever you want. And if you don't have a sewing machine, you can just, as you glue it on, just kind of like ruffle it, like as you, and then, you know, just kind of ruffle it as you glue it on, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to use my, or you could do slow stitching to make a ruffle, I think, too. I would assume. I don't really know. I'm just pretending to know stuff. All right. And this blue, I don't want to be extra long. Actually, I might be able to do 2 out of that strip. There we go. Let's see. Those are, all right, let me go grab my, no, I'm not going to grab the sewing machine yet because I might want to do something with the paper. We'll see. All right, so this paper we've used as page in there. So I think let's go ahead and make some, oh, let's keep the paw. Some Masterboard pieces using some, so the collage board, or some people call it a Masterboard collage, but it's really just, it's a larger piece that you collage on, and cut it down to make your pockets and ephemera. And if you're using pieces from pages that are already in the book, it just makes it that much more interesting and fun. So I'm going to do that with some of the extra pieces that I've got here. It's a nice way to add a little bit of coordinating pieces into your journal. I don't usually like to line it up like that, but you know, today apparently I'm okay with it. Don't know why. What's different about today? Nothing. Just lazy? I don't know. Nothing's really different about today. So yeah, we definitely have some blue in here. Oh, and the ducks. Definitely want a tag with some ducks on it, don't we? Because why not? I'm going to put this here. Just get that off of there. There we go. Oh, this could work. Oh, I had a smaller piece. That might be interesting right down here. So I hope everybody is well. I posted about one of my older videos yesterday because Gail was doing some wonkiness, and I was like, ooh, I've got wonky pockets. People might like that. And some of you did watch it, and then I had shown my idea journal in that video, and so there is a page in there that I will be making a video for before. Hopefully, somebody, there'll be a little interruption in the Finish It February to do that video. But oh my goodness, stuff's falling. Sorry, Carrie. Carrie Crafter. He made that for me and sent it to me. Well, he made it. He made it and then sent it to me. I can't say that he definitely made it for me specifically. But you know, you make things and then you decide who you're going to send them to. And he sent it to me. So I'm very happy to have it. Let's see. What else? Where's, no, would I use that as a whole page? Sorry, I'm thinking about other pieces that I used. Oh, could even, since you could put this as part of the Masterboard even. This is the, from the cover. That piece from the cover. So if you're not sure what, sometimes people are like, well, what do you do with that? Well, you could use it on your Masterboard and it could just be a fun little shiny piece that's on there. Especially if it's like ripped and you can't really, some people might put it as like a page edge, but you know, just different or you just don't have to use it at all. Some people put it like on the first page maybe. I'm just going to use it in my Masterboard. See, this is already like cardstock, and I think that'll be cute in the journal. Let me find some more paper. So I just pulled out some more digitals, especially like this one. I've got the larger squares as journal pages, so these will be kind of cute to use in different places in the journal. Okay, my glue got cold and covered itself up with scraps. That'll never get old for me. If it gets old for you, sorry, not sorry. I think it's adorable. Because one of my subscribers said that once, and I thought, that's totes adorbs. Alright. Just, Just grabbed out some more of my plaid papers. Because, yep, I like plaid. I think plaid works really well for a farm animal, farm type journal. This is the closest thing to a farm journal I've ever made. I've been wanting to make a farm journal for a long time. It took me randomly pulling out a little golden book journal to do it, apparently. I didn't use as much red gingham as I thought I would. Oh, I need a closure. I do have a bandana that might work as a, so I think for a farm journal, a bandana would be a really cute option for a closure. I think. That's just my personal opinion. Turn it over the right way. I know. So yeah, when I'm doing collage boards, I try just not to line things up too much. I try to be a little bit random, and just use a lot of fun pieces. Do I want more plaid? This is not quite plaid, so that might be nice. I cover, alright, there's the cold ruler right there. My desk gets messier by the second. Oops, come on. I just want a rough edge on this. Doing it somewhat straight though, people. Come on. Is that so much to ask for? I'm going to make it wide enough so that the piece I tear off will still be fine. Will be usable. Will be large enough to be used. That's what I'm trying to say. Just tear that off now. That way I didn't get it too small. Inevitably, that's what happens. I have some big round pieces of music I think will work nicely there. So I've pulled out my layering bits, and I'm just kind of pulling some out that might work nicely on the collage as well. Just some numbers and stuff. I might do a couple pieces of Monopoly money as well. Ooh, we've got a piece of doily that would work nice on a collage board. And then I've got some music that's just been cut out, and some other pieces, and some rusty pieces that I think will be fun in there as well. So that's out of my layering bits. And I mean, color wise, that's great. That's just wonderful. I need a glue book. And it's ripped, and that's okay because it's going to get glued down, so it's all good in the neighborhood. I think some game pieces in here will be fun. Some, you know, whoops, Monopoly money pieces. I'll just try to, there we go. Nice. And, like, whoops, well, apparently. We'll do the part with the cleft part on there, maybe, the you know. Just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I might even just fold that over. And do we want to just kind of, I'm going to save that for another one, I think. But I might just kind of put that here. I mean, I could wait and put these layering bits on afterwards. But also, they can go on now too. It's no big deal. It's kind of, they're big enough that if they get cut in random pieces, that's okay too. But you know, like rusty tractors and whatnot that are sitting on in the yard, in the farm, that brings this blue down if that shows. I don't know if it will or not, but so I'll have to look up where those rusty pieces come from. They are something I got on Etsy. I like them. They're really cool. Some just random number going off the side there. Why not? Alright, so there is a Masterboard, and I'll cut that down with you. I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done another collage Masterboard. This one I did paper bag, because I thought that would be kind of fun in this kind of journal. With a farmyard feel, that'd be good for writing space. And actually I might put that on. Actually I might put it, nope, not there. I'm just gonna, I really like to have like circles like the music here, because it helps cover up where there's a lot of connections. I don't want to overdo it, but you know, having a few here and there. Alright, so we're going to cut this down. I don't know exactly what sizes I want really, but I thought maybe we just blind cut it, because that's fun to do. And I've got a couple more things I can use as well. For a second I thought I lost this piece. I was like, no! Alright, this is just white on the back, so these may be more like pockets and stuff. So let's just start with this. So my pages are like 6 inches long, so I could do like a 5.5 inch. Actually locked it. That hardly ever happens. 5.5 inch. Which would be like half the height of this, right? If I want to do like a wide pocket, I'm just gonna trim off my ends here so I can see what, it's not, alright, something is getting stuck on my board here. It's kind of getting annoying. Just gonna trim off those, that way I have a straight, one straight edge, and then all my other edges can be, I don't mind if it hangs off a little bit. Alright, so 5.5, is that what I was gonna do? I'm gonna cut this 5.5 like that. And this is like 8.5, so I think I'm going to do like 3. And this one, I think I'm going to make, I'm going to do that at, how would I do this? Doesn't matter, doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to cut that so that we have a couple angled pockets. And I'm going to cut this one at 3.5. And I'm going to turn this one and cut it at 2.5, 2 3/4. So we ended up with some tags here, I guess. So, so this could be a tag or a pocket. Any of these, they can be anything. But this is what we ended up with from that board. Oh, good, the ducks. All right, so that's that one. And the other one, which is much bigger. Also, where did I put it? Right here. This one I don't, do I have a straight edge? A straight, that's probably straight right there. Right? It's too big. It's too big for any of my cutters at this moment in time. So, what will I do? I think I'm just gonna, I'm gonna fold it in half right here. And cut off right there. There we go. Now I can fit it in here. And I'm going to do, I want some wider tags for this journal since it's got wider pages. So I'll do some 4-inch wide. Probably straighten that a little bit. And what's this one? I kind of want to cut this on that fold since I folded it. So this will end up being like 4 3/4 inches. Do another one that's like 4 inches. And trim off the edge of this right about 4 1/4, I guess. Alright, and this one, since I've got that fold there, I'm going to cut it where the fold is. Straightish. And this just could be a big tag or pocket. And this one, how tall is it? It is, it's supposed to 5 1/2-ish. For journal cards. This one, I'm going to do just random. I'm just going to do some random pieces. And then I'm going to do this one like at least 6 inches tall because I want to make sure I have some larger, or 6 1/2. The pages are 8 inches tall, so that gives us that and that. We'll make 2 smaller tags. And then we have this long piece here. Just going to cut that where I folded it. And trim off the end. And cut it in half-ish. Half-ish. Measurements, measuring. That's not what we do here. And I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to give myself a little corner pieces to use somewhere. Alright, this is trash. Ready to see what we've got? This is the fun part. Alright, so we've got that piece. I can trim that off or leave it, doesn't matter. These 2 little corner pieces, which will make nice little corner tuck somewhere. This could be a pocket, a nice pocket like that. That would be a pretty tag or journal card, as are those. And there's a big one and a big one here. And it's just tag or journal card, tag or journal card. Larger, larger, more duckies, and then another larger one. So that's what we ended up with. So I just want to figure out which ones might be tags and go ahead and cut the corners of those. So I've got this corner punch, which came from Stampin' Up. It's discontinued. I have seen other people use like this type of a version with these 3 things on them, but I haven't found it. So if I find it, I'll link it. But so far, I've not found it. But for this one, I'm just going to use the largest one for here. No, I'm going to use this one. Changed my mind. It's not as big as I wanted. And that's why I like this one. I like it, although I wish they were a little bit further down, but that's okay. All right, and then we have the pocket. So I'm going to sew these. I waited to do all my sewing at the end so that I think this one I'll do the 1/2 inch. And that way I can sew everything at once. All my ruffles, any tags or journal cards I want sewn can all get sewn now. No, I'll just do this. So that probably be a pocket, but I don't know if it'll be left side or right side, but I do just kind of want to do, that'll be left side now, I guess. Little triangles. This, I think I'll cut that kind of straightish and do the 1/4 inch. Do that as a journal card kind of a deal. This one, I think I'm just going to do this tiny little cut off. It's just so tiny you can hardly even tell. This one can do the same thing. This one I'm going to do the 1/2 inch corner rounder part, which is just the larger one. And this one, I'm going to do this as a big tag. And this one, I will do the 1/4 inch. So I used larger pieces when I made these. I'm going to do this, the middle size one, and just do all 4 corners. This one, I'm going to make it a pocket. The other one, I'm going to do this way, 1/2 inch. But I'm just going to do it on this corner. So it'll be, you know, rounded that way. This one, I'm going to make it into a big tag. And I think this number is probably why I chose that way. That, and I like the darker colors at the bottom. I know some of you feel the same way as I do about that. And this one, I like the lace at the top. I think I'll just do the 4 corners for that one. Okay, so now I've got them all trimmed up how I want them. And I'm going to grab my sewing machine. I will try to do a ruffle to show you guys the ruffle, but everything else I will probably sew off camera because really that's just kind of boring to watch in my opinion. Be right back. I got new thread, so I'm not going to poke the hole in that. I'm going to like put this on one of these just because, you know, why not? I think that'd be cute. Okay, so I'm going to use brown thread and I'm going to fill my bobbin. There's videos on how to do that with your machine. You may be able to find that, so I'll be right back. I don't know why I turned the camera on for that. Alright, hopefully you can see. I'm going to attempt ruffles. I'm not a ruffler. I don't make ruffles, and they're not going to be straight and even. I'm using zigzag stitch, and I'm just gonna, and they're gonna get glued down, so I'm not worried about back stitching on the front and back because. So I don't know. Can you see? I just kind of hold it as I go. I know there's probably faster ways to do it. And neater ways to do it. I'm not looking for neat. I just want some cute little ruffly bits to put on the edges of some pages that kind of go with the cover a little bit. Bring it all together. And if it's too long, then I've got a little piece to use as a topper on. So yeah, if it's gonna get glued down, I don't worry about back stitching. So on my tags and journal cards, I'm more likely to back stitch. Oh, and then for this, you can just do the, oh, I forget what it's called, but you know, I can think of it when somebody else is doing it. Chain stitching. You just put one in after the other. I'm just doing it. I'm not. I just want to make sure it looks roughly when I'm done. Hopefully it will. If it doesn't, well, it's colorful. I'm very afraid when I do this. At the end of it's not roughly. Alright, so I'll do the rest of these and be right back. Alright, I don't know how well my ruffles came out, but you know, they're rough, they're wrinkly at least. They won't lay flat. So there's at least that. They're not perfect ruffles. I wasn't going for perfect. I was more just going for some color. They're not even going to be long enough for the page. So make yourself nice long pieces, like probably at least twice as long as you think you're going to need. But that's okay. And these I did like a zigzag stitch up the middle and just did a straight stitch around the edges of these. And these will make really cute pockets and tags. Did it with that too. This one, I think I'm going to go ahead and trim that down. I went ahead and sewed it where I thought the edge of the tag might kind of be. Just to get that straight on there. And that did not really cut off, did it? Just go ahead and use my scissors and just cut the rest of that off. And I can use that as a little topper on a tag or something if I want to. Alright. And I didn't sew around all of them. Like this one I just did on the bottom and the top. This one I just did some zigzag here, here, and here. I didn't sew around the whole way. I just did zigzag there on that one, there on that one, there and there. Because I thought if you had something standing here, they could stand on that. And these are just on the bottom and the side for those. And just a piece here and here, here and here. This one, I had a little piece of eyelet on my desk, so I went ahead and covered the cut off duck heads on the top with the eyelet and just put that little, so that piece of eyelet on there. I just did a stitch here and stitch here, the zigzag. This one I did go all the way around, kind of a straight stitch with a zigzag here and here. The reason I do just a zigzag here and here is because mine never looks as good as other people's when you do the straight stitch to the zigzag. So then I just do the zigzag. Here I did the leaf stitch, and another one with the leaf stitch is coming down. This one I did straight stitch all the way around and then hit 5 instead of 4 by accident, so I got a really big thing there. And that one I did straight stitch all the way around. It's hard to see because it's just brown. It's chestnut is the name of the color brown that I used. And then that one I did straight, zigzag, straight, and that one's just zigzag, zigzag there on the bottom. Need to sew that on better. So that is what I have to put in my book. I have no idea how much time we have, but let's go ahead. Oh, and then also, oh, I forgot to sew that. That's all right, I don't have to sew it. I've got this piece of painty paper, recycled Amazon paper, and I thought that might be cool to use in here as well for some journal pages. So not journal pages, for some tags and pockets and whatnot. So I'm just going to cut a few pieces down. Let's see. And then so we got a couple that can be pockets, and then maybe this one can just be little tag and large. So these I'm also going to use in here. I don't want to forget about my doily, and I've got some other little pieces I could add in. And then I also have, these were on cardstock, so I could just use these as backgrounds as well. I don't know that there's a lot of red in there, so probably not that. And I've got my other scraps still here. And I have another piece of cardstock that I liked besides this one. I don't know. I mean, that's red, but it's more of a pinky red. All right, so the book. Let's get the book. That's now a book. I mean, I could, whoever gets it, if they wanted to add lace on the outside, they totally could, and it would be super cute. So here, isn't it so cute? All right, where do we want to add some things? I think, remember I wanted to cover this this I'm not loving. I mean, it's not horrible because there is a similar blue in that pattern there. But I just kind of want to cover it quite a bit. Is that a bad thing? I don't, maybe not. Oh, we could put a piece of that on there. We'll tone it down a little bit. Also, we could just cover it with, not the pink. Ooh, I like that there. I think I'm going to cover this side with some of this, and then what I might do, go one way or the other. I think it goes this way. I'm just gonna I didn't want that piece there. I just wanted more like this, and then there'll just be a little strip of that showing. And what I might do is do a little inking and stenciling maybe on that edge there. Could even make this a pocket, actually. I know if I go, I know I'm just going to make it too short. Always afraid of that. And I think this is a hip. Nope, I didn't. I made it. It's still just, and now I'm going to make it too short. That's what happens, right? You're like, just a tiny bit more. Nope, now it's too short. That's okay. So yeah, I'm just going to make that a pocket that'll go in this way. Do I want to ink it? I think I do. Sure, why not? At least this part here. Especially if I'm possibly going to ink here, just to make it not quite so bright. Because that's part of the problem. It's just like super bright. super bright, super bright. It's super bright. Inking, 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 inking. Okay, and then just glue that in. I need to change my pad. Okay, I'm going hold the side. I don't want to glue like Gail does. So I think the next video I'm going to take a break from Finish It for February and do that pocket that somebody asked about, if I can remember how to do it. So this weekend you should see that video come out, hopefully. Oh, that tone, that I still have a little bit of the blue showing, just like it is on the front, but it's definitely toned down. And what about back here? We could just put a big pocket on here. Could potentially be a thing, just to tone it down some. There's a little bit of that blue in the middle of those flowers there, so I might make this side pocket here. Is what I think I'll do. And I said I was gonna get a new, it's not like I don't have any. These are the no-name brand refills. Distressing Blending. All right, throwing away the one that's falling apart. Putting on one of these. But it'll take a little bit to get the ink up into it, that's all. So a lot of times, I just kind of go through and think, okay, what does this page want? What does this page want? And just kind of do that. I want the ducks up head right. So I want, oops, my glue is volcanoing. Why is my glue volcanoing? I don't know. So I'm going to do a side pocket here too. So, but it's cardstock, so it can handle a pocket on both sides. There we go. There we go. I'm going to hold that for a second. So that was sort of my problem child page. So I got that one taken care of. Go ahead and, I don't know how people feel about the strings. They annoy me. I don't love the strings. Let's see. I'm thinking this maybe as a side tuck over here to, because we have that fabric there. Oh, let's do the ruffles real quick too. I'm going to do it as a tuck spot down here, I think. And I might layer more stuff on it. I'm going to do it here. Let's see. Kind of put glue where the stitching is. Sometimes if I'm doing a tuck spot, I might do a little extra glue just to have it hold really well. Because I've got the rest of the whole page. Alright, and what about in here? Oh, I should have pulled out, oh, okay, sorry, I want to do, whoops, some of these. Where are they? We've got the blue, and where'd all my ruffles go? The pink, the red, pink, the green, there they all are, and the light yellow and whatnot. Oh, I'm going to want to cover that a little bit too. It's just a lot, man. This is like the only orange in the whole book. But orange and blue are opposite on the color wheel, so I think the blue will look really nice. And it won't stick out of the book, but it will, because I don't want to really, I have that layering going on, so I kind of like that green poking through there. Like that. Yep, I like that. Okay. And do maybe some green down here at the bottom. I'll just kind of alternate where they go, as far as some at the bottom, some at the top. And that's right, oh, that still opens, okay. And maybe here, do this one. Since there's not a lot going on that page, who knows what we'll add. This will probably be in my way when I want to add it, but that's all right. It was easier to work with these wider pieces, if you're wondering. It was the more narrow pieces were harder to work with. So they kind of, here I am at the end of this one. So they kind of got a little hairy scary in there. It's not quite the same yellow. Which way does this go? This way. So I'll just put this kind of in the middle-ish here. Whoever gets this can cut off the strings if they don't like them. Okay, what order did I just do? It was blue, green, red, yellow. Let's do that again. So, blue. I want it just to go some. It kind of blends in here, but that's okay. I'll put this one in the middle right here. Art glitter glue should hold fabric, paper to paper, fabric to fabric, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, all the things. Adds texture to the page anyway. And then green, and then the red, and then the yellow. Do a little green here, might cover up his tail. What if we go this way? That actually kind of works perfectly, and I'll just cut off this little piece at the end and use it as a tag topper somewhere. You know, sometimes it's just serendipitous how your ruffles get all messed up, but then you're like, no, but I want that tail to show, so it works perfectly. Looks like I did it on purpose. Alright, and then the pink, the yellow, and where's the other one of these? It's a little stark against that, so I think I'll just put that there. I'm also going to put that one in the middle, because why not? It's a little bit longer than some of the other ones. Usually just put like half, you know, put the where it's sewn kind of at the edge of the page, so it's half on the page and half off. You know, I don't always do ruffles, but I think a little golden book calls for ruffles. Just that's my feeling. Which the right side would be nice. It's cuter. Yeah, I'll do that down here. Might cover the apple, but that's okay. Got these little guys getting a little cart ride. Oh no, it doesn't. It actually comes right in at the apple. Not on purpose. Alright, so here we are so far. How are we? Oh, let me get the glue on this gloopy glue that's volcanoing on me today. Come on. Just trying to get the cover on my glue. It doesn't want to cooperate. And I'm hot. Okay. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to how long the first part of this was. So I think this is where we're going to stop today. So the next time we work on this journal, I'll work on filling the pages. And maybe we'll be able to work on a couple things. I'm not sure. But the next video I do should be... Oh, isn't that so cute? I love that. And a little golden book, that is the place for some fun, colorful ruffles. I love it. I absolutely love it. A little sad that that doesn't show out, but it does when you open the first page. It's like awesomeness. All right, I hope you guys have a delightful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys.